Welcome back, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt. That music means David Drucker is in the house, chief political reporter for the Dispatch. David, Kash Patel had a fiery exchange with Adam Schiff today. Before I get to that, I want to ask you about conservative critics of Kash Patel. I push back hard against them because the director can only report what his field officers relay to him. They relayed to him they had a suspect. He posted it in an effort at transparency. It was wrong. But they caught the killer in 33 hours by flooding the zone with the image. I'm very happy with the director pushing hard against Adam Schiff and the knuckleheads, but you're in D.C. and I'm not right now. So you tell me, what is the order of magnitude about Kash Patel from the right? I don't care about the left.
Well, I think that there was always a lot of concern about Patel's ability to run the agency, but those that were concerned on the right deferred because that's who President Trump wanted in the position, and so I think we have to begin there. I think secondarily, the director fired a lot of what some people in Republican circles definitely believe were very capable agents, and there were even discussions about the fact that there was a capable field agent in Salt Lake City who was running the field office there that had been fired, and so maybe they weren't as up to speed as they should have been. And so I think that if you had somebody like most directors have been in the past, who at least when they start out on the job are sort of career prosecutors or career FBI agents or just people that are in that world, that they may make mistakes and people are willing to look past them. I think people were a little bit more concerned here. Finally, I would just say that there was, although nobody's really talked about it much, there was some concern that ultimately the manhunt ended quickly because the family turned him in, and not necessarily because he was discovered. Now, he would have most likely been discovered eventually, given resources and given technology. But I just think there is a concern about how political Kash Patel is versus just how much of an FBI director he is.
All right, two questions. One, I think the FBI put out the photos that led the uncle to talk to the dad who went and got the killer. So I think the Bureau gets the credit for that. But also, this buzz of discontent about Patel, from whom is it coming? Has anyone put their name on it?
Well, no, nobody's put their name on it because nobody wants to make President Trump angry. But I'm just saying that you asked me sort of what's been circulating out there. There's been a general concern about competency and about whether or not the FBI is being politicized in one way, even if it may have been already, even if it was previously politicized in another way.
Now, so David, you've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And we have both seen how attempts to take down people in D.C. proceed. I don't believe anything in the newsletters. Nothing. Unless someone puts their name on it, I don't believe it. Do you? I mean, I don't believe this.
Well,
I know that I've had a couple of people write me.
Well, but listen, Hugh, I will say this, right? I mean, we all know that President Trump commands an enormous amount of influence with Republicans, and that his relationship with Republican voters is such that with primary season right around the corner, and it is right around the corner, only Republicans that are retiring from office and not running for re-election are willing to speak up. There have been complaints about the president for years, and they don't speak up or complain because they don't want their voters angry at them. And now, do I go and report all of these anonymous things? Well, no, of course not, because if you're not going to put your name on it, then it's not enough of a story unless I want to write a story about quiet complaints and the dynamic of people being afraid to speak up. But you asked me about it, and so I'm telling you that, sure, I don't believe everything I read either. It depends on who the reporter is, what outlet.
I was just trying to figure out if anyone, if you, because you cover the world, you know it all. Yeah. I just want to know if anyone had stepped out and put their name on it, because I don't think anybody has.
Right. I'm just saying that people, I mean, I haven't done a TikTok, and especially because I'm working on a story this week, so I've been a little buried the past couple of days with my own reporting on something else. But what I will say is this continues to be an issue that does exist, a dynamic that exists, where Republicans have issues with Trump or his personnel or his handling of a particular issue. Doesn't mean they want to impeach the guy or get rid of him or they're glad he won, but they have complaints. And in a world where the legislative branch actually exerted itself and wielded power and didn't just do nothing, they would do so, except that Trump's relationship with voters is strong and they don't want to get on the wrong side of that.
Oh, I couldn't agree with that more. David M. Drucker on X. Follow him there, chief political correspondent for the Dispatch.